Week 17, the deep dive. So, 5 key reflections for me this week. First and foremost, building a scalable product. So, I had my founding members kickoff this week, which was it was nine people, 8 different companies, huge variety of companies. Absolutely love it. It's the ultimate test for my the ignition system, the model. Um, but I want to make a point around a lot what I heard in that meeting, and also what I'm hearing from so many founders and entrepreneurs, which is I want to build a business that does not rely on me. That's a key thing. My first business, we scaled that to over 100 people. On the outside, it looked amazing, and it was a good journey. It was a fun journey, but on the inside, oh, it was challenging. People problems, customer challenges. It was tough, and that's the thing, right? Okay, I did really well out of it. We sold the business, but I didn't want to go back into that type of business again, which is effectively selling your expertise, excuse me, for time. And that's why I'm building a scalable product now. So there's 2 parts to this, which is I am now on a path to creating a model that does not physically need me. Right. So this model that I'm built, this program that I'm building, the reason that I've brought on founding members is because it doesn't matter what program you build. If it's not going to be absolutely brilliant, if it's not going to be 10 out of 10, you can't sell it anyway. Right? Simple as that. But what I do not want to be doing is selling this product, right? I want it to firstly be an amazing program which gives founders amazing confidence and clarity in their marketing strategy, and they now know how to go and get leads. But I don't want to have to be doing that. That's not a business. That then I would be then a consultant. So the thing for me is I'm absolutely on that path now. So, and my second point, which is I've put I love getting into delivery. If you're wondering, I'm just looking at my laptop here. I love getting into delivery because I know I come across in all these videos as how do I come across? You tell me. But I think I come across as someone that's outgoing, and I do enjoy doing these now because it's actually good to watch the journey back and see the accountability. But I don't want to. I'm not a salesperson. I'm a marketer. I've always been a marketer. So once this program is ready, I want to build the machine, and that's the key thing, and that's why I get really excited. So come November, it's then down to me. Once I have an amazing product, which is, I'm calling that the program. It's a product because why is a product? Because you can sell it again and again and again. I can sell 100 in a day and I don't need to deliver it. Therefore, it's a product. I'm super excited by that because I can get the engine going. I've got an exciting announcement next week about another company I'm involved in. That's going to be the engine part. And then who knows? The sky's the limit, right? So that's the first couple of things. But the delivery, I love getting into delivery. That's I guess in some respects, my comfort zone. I like to probably as a personality, I like to please. I don't any customer that's ever left us in the past in all of my businesses, and guess what? Customers have left despite my best efforts. It's always hurts. It always feels like a dagger to the heart. And that's why I'm getting better, and that's why I want to work with founders now, because all that learning over the last 2 decades is I feel like I've got to this moment now where, okay, all this stuff I've been through, now I really want to help founders. So yes, get into delivery mode now. Next 6 weeks for me are really clear. I'm still going to do things like this because it's great for accountability, and I want to be open to the world around what it's like to build a business. But now I'm into delivery. Now I'm just into making sure the 8 companies that have signed up with me, they're on this journey, and at the end of it, they're like, yes, this has absolutely been amazing. If it's not amazing, I'm going to keep tweaking stuff until it's amazing. That's the key thing. I can't, everyone who's signed up, pretty much everyone has known me already in some respects. So they're within my network, they're in my universe, I call it. So my obsession now is to deliver something great for them. And then once I've got something great, I can sell it, but not through me, through the machine. So that's 2. Number 3, so I mentioned this in my shorter video, high ticket versus high volume. So this is about pricing strategy. That I think this is, I genuinely, hand on heart, do not know which way I'm going to go now. And let me give you two extremes. There's two people I follow on Instagram who are inspirational, and they've done things the exact opposite. I can't remember their full names. One of them, one lady called Maria, and she's making it millions a year. And she basically builds and sells programs, but gives them away for dollars, like 50, 60, $70. And because of that, she's got millions of people signing up for it. I'm like, wow, okay. The flip round to that is a chap I'm following called William Brown. Brilliant. I love what he does. If you're watching this, you're doing a great job. The exact opposite. He's selling stuff for 25 grand. And what's the answer, right? I don't know which the answer is. I see the value in both. My first business, which was the agency, at the end of that journey, our average customer was 25 grand a month. Most customers were spending $1 million with us a year. So they were almost high ticket, big high ticket, massive companies. Then with the happiness index, it was high volume. So our numbers were a lot a lot smaller. But funny, because the business was arguably more stable, but it was we had lots more customers, because when the barriers to entry is low, it's easier for someone to sign up. So just wanted to share. I don't know which way I'm going to go yet. I really don't know. Maybe the answer is I test both. But then even that, that doesn't feel right to me. I don't want to sell one to someone for 10 grand and one to someone for 1 grand. That just doesn't feel right. So I don't know what the answer is yet. So that's the third reflection. Fourth reflection is, yes, reinvestment, which is, I've made some money. Woo! I've made some money, which is fantastic. I've now put that to one side. I'm going to focus on delivery for the next 2 months, well, to the end of October. And that is going to be my first war chest. It's only a few thousand, but the tempting thing is just to take some money out. I might have a few beers, but I want to reinvest that now. That's helping put the money into the machine to help, build the machine, an autonomous machine with the minimum manual labor from me. So I want to start reinvesting. And I think as I get further and ahead, I've met a lot of founders. And the thing that I always find really interesting is a lot of them don't know how to scale. They kind of just scale naturally because they've got a great product or great service, but they don't know how to do it. Well, one really simple thing that I've always used and will be using in this business is, as an example, a third of all the money you make, you reinvest it. My first business, it was a half, right? So if you do, let's keep round numbers, you do 1 million this year and you make 100 grand profit. Obviously, it might be different if you've taken money before that 100 grand profit or not, as in dividends or salary. But let's say you left 100 grand left. What I would normally do in the past is I go, right, a third goes into savings. Just don't touch it. When times turn bad, it goes in there. Another third goes into me or to the founders, the directors, as a reward. Well done, here's your reward. Take some money out. And the final third goes into growth. That growth can be anything, sales and marketing, culture related, but it's all around helping the business grow. So that's what I'm going to be starting to do. But in the early days, I'm going to put everything I make is going back into growing the business investment wise. So that's number 4. And last but not least, number 5. So this is how sad I am. I woke up last night at 4 a.m. with an idea and I couldn't get to sleep again. And I won't say too much now, but what I've learned again this week, and I continue to learn, is, and this maybe feels even more because I'm at home 3 days a week and since COVID, but the energy I get of connecting people together is unbelievable. And someone said to me this week, it sounds a bit funny, but you have so much wisdom, you could just do a Q&A and just get people just to ask you questions about how do you sell a business and how do you, lots of different reasons, lots of different questions, sorry. So I'm now starting to think this is probably more medium term, like next year. How, because the great thing about building a scalable business is it doesn't need me. The flip side to that is I actually love the the energy of people and getting together with people. So what can I build which brings people around together to some kind of events, and people get huge value from it, which enables them to go and grow their business, but also I enjoy it, which is the key, right? So more on that very soon. So that's it for this week 17, on to week 18 next week. And yeah, there is I'm sorry, you're probably sick of announcements. There's one more big announcement next week, and I'm really excited to share that. So until next week.